Have you ever wondered who really controls the medical industry? An intriguing question, isn't it? We've all heard of the famous Rockefeller and Rothschild families, their vast wealth and influence. But have you ever considered their possible impact on the medical world? Could these powerful families be puppeteers behind the scenes, subtly molding the healthcare industry to their whims? These questions may seem outlandish, but curiosity is the key to understanding. So let's delve into the history and uncover the truth of the industrial medical system and who controls it. But first, I'd like to explain that this video is the first of a two-part series where we will focus on how the Rockefellers gained control of the oil and medical industries. Part 2 of this series will look at how the Rothschild family took over control of the banking system and real estate. They even have their hands in energy and farming, but that's for Part 2. So today we will begin in the late 19th century with John D. Rockefeller, the second of 6 children born to William Avery Rockefeller Sr., a con artist known as Devil Bill, who also used the alias of Dr. William Livingston, even though he wasn't a doctor. He was basically a snake oil salesman and a loan shark who lent money at 12% to farmers that he knew couldn't pay, and then he would foreclose on their properties. So John D. Rockefeller didn't come from money. He came from a con artist who destroyed lives without a second thought. It seems that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, but Rockefeller would soon become a name synonymous with wealth and power. You might ask, so how did the Rockefeller empire begin? Well, in 1870, John Rockefeller formed Standard Oil Company with 2 others, which quickly gained a monopoly over the oil industry due to numerous buyouts and alleged shady practices. By 1880, Standard Oil was refining over 90 to 95% of all oil in the U.S., and Rockefeller had become a millionaire, which is equivalent to about $30 million today. By 1909, Standard Oil was sued by the U.S. Department of Justice for monopolistic practices and was split into 33 different companies, including Chevron, Mobil, Exxon, Conoco, and Amoco, as well as numerous transit and pipeline providers. About this same time, petrochemicals were being discovered at the same time that the importance of various vitamins was discovered, and scientists learned that vitamins and pharmaceutical drugs could be made from oil. That's when Rockefeller's next big payday hit. Now he could monopolize the oil industry and the medical industry, but he had to find a way to get rid of the competition, which at that time was mainly herbal and natural remedies being used by about half of all doctors. So Rockefeller paired up with his friend Andrew Carnegie and funded the Flexner Report, calling for higher educational standards for medical practitioners in the US and Canada. Much like the Patriot Act, the report created fear of the medical system, and around 50% of medical schools were merged or shut down, especially those enrolling women and minorities. This also put homeopathic and natural healing out of business because the report found that they had not been tested scientifically. I'm not sure if you are getting the implications of this yet, but in one move, Rockefeller created the need for both a drug regulatory system and a much smaller, tight-knit medical education system which he could control with his philanthropic donations. Then Rockefeller gave over $100 million to colleges and founded a philanthropic front group called the General Education Board, or GEB. Rockefeller's apparent generosity didn't stop there, though. He also gave money to foreign universities and only medical schools where research was drug-based. It was a no drugs, no money policy. In a very short time, all of the medical students were learning nothing about natural remedies or holistic healing, and the standard treatment became patented pharmaceuticals. Today, the U.S. spends 15% of its gross domestic product, or GDP, on healthcare, yet nothing is cured. We treat only the symptoms of disease with pharmaceuticals, which very often have side effects that are worse than what we are treating. Beyond academia, the Rockefeller influence extends into the corporate realm, with investments in healthcare and pharmaceutical companies. Through their venture capital arm, Rockefeller Capital Management, the family has strategically backed various healthcare startups and enterprises, driving innovation and technological advancements in the industry. Among the medical and insurance entities associated with the Rockefeller family are Rockefeller University, which is a world-renowned center for biomedical research and graduate education, Rockefeller University Hospital, which collaborates with leading academic institutions, healthcare organizations, and pharmaceutical companies to accelerate the pace of scientific discovery and innovation. I wonder what that means. Next, the McKesson Corporation. While not directly owned by the Rockefellers, the family has significant stakes in McKesson, one of the largest healthcare companies globally, specializing in pharmaceutical distribution and healthcare technology. I inspected McKesson's drug distribution hub many times and never knew who owned this giant. And United Health Group. The Rockefeller Foundation has collaborated with United Health Group, one of the largest health insurers in the United States. Coincidentally, United Health Group experienced a cyber attack last week that has left patients without their prescription drugs because pharmaceuticals cannot verify coverage with United Health. Additionally, patient information was breached by the hackers. I wonder what that's about. Anyone? It's important to remember that these actions weren't purely philanthropic. Each investment, each school, each research institution served to further the Rockefellers' influence and control over the medical industry. This control allowed them to shape the industry to their liking, creating a system that benefited their businesses and interests, and thus began the Rockefellers' journey in shaping the medical industry. Fast forward to the 21st century, the influence of Rockefeller family is more palpable than ever. In today's world, the Rockefellers continue to make their mark, particularly in the health and medical sectors. They have their hands in various pots, from biotech companies and health insurance firms to healthcare providers. Imagine a giant, intricate web. At its center, you'll find two families, pulling the strings, subtly influencing the direction of medical advancements and health policies. The Rockefeller family, for instance, has been linked to several biotech firms. These are the companies at the forefront of medical innovation, developing new drugs, therapies, and medical equipment that shape the future of healthcare. Their influence in this sector isn't overt, but it's there, and it's significant. When you pay money, you have a say in the policies that control what kind of medical care the people of the world get and at what cost. It's a powerful position to be in, wouldn't you agree? But it doesn't stop there. The Rockefellers have stakes in various healthcare providers, from hospitals to clinics and pharmaceutical companies. They're involved in the entire healthcare chain, from the development of new treatments to their delivery to patients. Their influence isn't just about money. It's about shaping policies, guiding research, and ultimately having a hand in determining the state of global health. It's about power and control over a sector that touches the lives of each and every one of us. Their influence is widespread, but not always evident. Their power lies in their subtlety, in their ability to shape the health and medical sectors from behind the scenes. This is the modern influence of the Rockefellers. So, what have we learned today? We've delved into one half of the intricate web woven by two of the most influential families in history, the Rockefellers. Their influence extends beyond the financial world and deep into the medical industry. From the early beginnings of modern medicine, they've played pivotal roles in shaping its landscape. Through their involvement in various medical entities and insurance-related companies, they've gained an unprecedented level of control and influence. The theories surrounding their influence are as varied as they are intriguing. While some may seem far-fetched, what remains undeniable is their substantial presence in the medical field. It's so sad that doctors, pharmacists, and doctors are no longer taught about the power of herbs and other natural healing modalities such as energy. And it's so sad that the healing biocosm that was created for our benefit has been ridiculed, demonized, and been painted as quackery. As you can see, money and greed has effectively deleted safer, often curative treatments from the medical books and replaced them with dangerous pharmaceuticals created by a system that couldn't care less if you get better, only that you stay well enough to become a lifelong customer. In the world of medicine, as in life, things are rarely as they seem. And the story of the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds is a testament to this very fact. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you will subscribe to my channel and share this video with those that still don't understand what has been going on for a very long time. And don't forget to ring the bell so that you receive notification of the second video in this series about the Rothschild family and their rise to power.